A lovely hello by Sumiti. Welcome to the world of spiritual awakening and transformation with Arpita Thakkar, a spiritual coach and an alternative therapist, serving online and on call with more than 10 years of experience in various modalities such as Reiki, angel guidance, Bach Flower, Pendulum Dowsing, etc., and specialized in Akashic Records, awarded as the best Akashic Records coach 2 times. Thank you, Arpita, for joining us today.
Thank you, Sumiti, for giving me this lovely opportunity to interact with you and to present myself.
It's lovely meeting you. Why should anyone come to you, Arpita?
Okay, this is a lovely question because it gets me into the space of talking more about myself.
Right.
See, why would people come to me? I can say one thing is that because of the lessons that I teach them. See, people come to you when they need some kind of guidance, some kind of consultation,
Right.
or a solution they are trying to find out.
Right.
And when you give them what they expect, or you say you give them those kind of results, then they build a trust of faith in you.
Right.
And when you get that trust, when you are able to achieve that trust from your clients or students, they come to you again and again. Also, they start recommending you to others, might be to their family, friends. So you get a lot of connections. You build connection on that trust. So I think people should come to me because of that. And of course, there are a lot of other things, a lot of other factors. Like we can, of course, go on the Google reviews or my feedback page, which I have on Facebook. And people come to me because they love me, they trust me, and they get their results. And of course, not only in any modality which I teach, especially the Akashic Records, the readings which I take, or the workshops which I hold really creates that love and trust for me. And that is why I don't say people should come to me only, but people automatically comes to me.
Yeah, exactly. So, Arpita, what is Akashic Records?
Akashic Records. This is, this term of Akashic Records is a very broad concept actually. It's very difficult to define in just 2 or 3 sentences, but I'll try my level best to just cut short it. Akashic Records. It's like a records. We know the meaning of records. Records is something which holds valuable information.
Right.
And Akashic is the Akash element, that's a sky element or the space element, which holds these records.
Correct.
So the universe holds these Akashic records. Each and everyone has an Akashic record. The universe holds the Akashic records of each and every person, and this records contains valuable information of all the past lifetimes you have lived from your creation. Okay. From the moment you took the first birth. So what's its importance is because it holds all that information, all what you experienced, your thoughts, your words, your actions, your experiences, each and everything is recorded there. And we all know when we take birth, we bring down our karmas. Right. So what happens if, for example, anybody is going through a tough time in the present life? We read their records to understand what went wrong. We access their Akashic records and what was that has been stored as a memory which is affecting the present life, because of which that person is facing a challenging situation. Right. So this is what the Akashic records reveal, and it's not only limited to that's just like accessing the past lives. It is more. It's like that vast sky, infinite sky. It's a language of the universe, or you can say cosmic Google. When you Google has every information.
Right.
Same way, Akashic Records holds all the information not only about you, about the universes. Okay. So anything, any knowledge of the universe you want to access, also you can access through your records.
So
It's a beautiful concept. It's a very beautiful concept, and it's a very vast subject to study.
Okay. So you mean to say हमारे जो past life से है वो present में भी affect करते हैं and it is like move to the present life also.
100%.
Okay.
100%. And this is not that I'm saying just because I have or I've read it or I've learned it. It is through my own experiences of so many years.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a person and when you read their records, of course you get that experience at how karma is affecting their present life. And when you also you get receive a lot of guidance and solutions from the records.
Okay.
And when you give that to those clients and when they follow it, accept it, their life transforms. So you can understand, and it's the truth, that yes, past life karmas affect your present life.
Okay, so would you like to share some story? Like, it is very fascinating and interesting topic. I'm curious to know more about it.
See, I have taught more than I think 2,000 students right now, and readings also have been equally there, same. So there are, if you tell me to pick up, it is like it's very difficult to pick up any of the stories because all the stories are so important. But I can remember the recent stories. I know about the recent story or the recent the case where a client came to me having skin problem. Can you imagine the skin problem also can be related to any past life? And she had a severe skin problem, done so many remedies and treatments, doctor treatments, everything. Nothing was, she had since years, like she had, I think, more than 10 years, since more than 10 years.
Skin problems,
she came to me
like what kind of problem?
She had a lot of patches.
Okay.
Patches on her skin, which used to appear, at regular intervals.
Mm-hmm.
So we read her records and, we found, now I cannot reveal about the past life, but yes, we found that something of her past life is affecting her present life. And when we did this remedy, when she followed the remedy, it gave her, it gave a very good result. She was so happy. She was so happy with it. And literally after 4 to 5 months, she has told me this, that there is a drastic change. And she is now feeling much better about her own skin, which is very important, I think, for a female, So, yeah. And there are, of course, other very deep, stories also, which I was also moved. Like there was a story when somebody killed someone in the past life, and in this life, through the same person, how they were, brought to suffering in this life. And when that client of mine, when I revealed that this has happened to you and it is because of that incident, what you did, you are being brought to this life in this way. Like, I cannot reveal more of the suffering what she was going through, but yes. And when she accepted that, when she realized that, and when she did the remedies what I told, it was a drastic change in her life. That suffering, what happens actually? You change the energy of your karma. When you just understand, it's not that you can nullify the effect or you can change. It's not that you're changing, but you're changing the energy of it, of course. You're changing that energy. For example, if anybody is not in good relationship with me, if anybody is torturing me, abusing me or something like that, and I read my records and I come to know that, yes, this is the reason, might be because in the past life I have done something to this person. This is what I'm getting back from this person. Okay. And then when I get the remedy and follow it, especially the forgiveness thing from that remedy, that's an important part of any karma, asking forgiveness. And of course, with many other remedies too, your relationship suddenly starts shifting, or the intensity of that suffering goes down from 10 to 1 or 2 or 0. So this had been the case. This had been with this particular case which I was dealing. Of course, if you give me time, I'll keep on saying about the different cases.
No, so how do you read? Like, what is the technique of reading this records?
See, there are different techniques. Okay, people, all the Akashic record teachers or coaches, they provide different techniques to their students. Okay, one of my technique is a prayer method, which is the most common method, the prayer method and the visualization method, which I teach in the class.
Okay.
So through this method, it's a very simple tool to access. People think accessing Akashic records is complicated. How will I be able to do it? Will I be able to do it? All that questions, come up. Oh, I cannot be like you, just closing the eyes and getting answers. But I literally have to just close my eyes, connect to the records and get the answers. There is a process. There are protocols to follow. But it is as simple. This is the way we do. Okay, so there is no other tool you require. There's no other tool like a pendulum which I need, or a card I need, tarot card. Now, there's no other tool except you are yourself the tool. Okay. So it's as simple.
Is this possible online also?
Yes, of course. See, I have been teaching since I think 5 years or so. Akashic Records, I have been teaching since 5 years. It has drastically changed my life the moment I started. The moment I started and I took the decision of learning Akashic Records, from that day to this day, when I see where I was and where I am now, I feel so good about myself. I feel proud to be where I am today. And it is only because of Akashic Records has transformed my life 360 degrees. So, and from that day, this was also, I would love to say, I say all my students, in the beginning, I had received a message from my records. That is, you connect to your guides, or you call your higher self, or you call the creator. Through the records, you connect with them. And they gave me a message. Arpita, continue keeping classes of Akashic Records.
Okay.
If you decide to keep classes, we will continue giving you students for your classes. But you have to teach. Don't stop. And I just trusted that message. 5 years it has been. Not even a single month has been gone without taking one batch of Akashic Records.
Amazing.
Not even a single month. People say, okay, so you get a group and so you take a class. I tell no, I take a class and I get students. I don't wait for a group to be formed to take a class.
Okay.
So this is how, and because of that message, I have started online. I started online and I have reached, every country's student is there in my Akashic Record community, which I have formed a group. I have students coming from all over the world to learn on my online classes. So you can understand that the online classes are very effective. I think more effective than the offline classes, I shouldn't say. But because online, you get a lot of, especially this is true for Akashic Records, when you have a batch and when you have a group of people that are also from different cultures and backgrounds and countries, you get a lot of interactions and you can do a lot of readings with each other in the batch.
Okay.
That is a practice which you get in my classes.
Okay.
So when you're doing it offline, people can't come from all over the world at your place. Of course they can, but when you're doing it every month, it requires to do online.
Right.
So that this message was that I should reach out to people, and reaching out to people is only possible through online then.
Yeah, right.
So yes, this is the way I started my journey also of Akashic Records.
So online is the boom for everyone.
It is the boom, and believe me, I started online. I didn't know even how to, I didn't have a Zoom account also. And I started all this during the time of Corona.
Okay.
Okay. And that has been a blessing for me. That period for me, it was a blessing. changed my life because I started online classes. I was taking only offline classes. I was taking Reiki. I used to teach all the levels. I'm a Reiki Grandmaster. So I used to take Reiki, Angels, Pendulum, but all were offline. Because I was not comfortable having online classes. This pushed me, especially the message that was revealed to me, pushed me to move out of my comfort zone to take the online classes. And I started techno-wise, I'm very weak. Technology-wise, I have learned a lot in 5 years, believe me. And now at least I can say that, yeah. So that's what I told, like from where I was to what I have become. It's completely a different version of myself. And I'm a very happy version now of myself.
So Corona was good for you.
Very good. It turned out to be very profitable in simple way. Yeah.
Akashic Records सुनकर तो मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है जैसे हम वो सेइंग होती थी ना पहले कि पुराने गड़े मुर्दे उखाड़ कर क्या करोगे, मतलब ये अच्छा नहीं माना जाता था कि तुम पुरानी चीजों को लेकर, बट जैसे आपसे बात करके तो लग रहा है कि हम अपना पास्ट को अगर हम प्रेजेंट में ले आए तो हम पास्ट भी अच्छा कर सकते हैं.
Not only that, no, you don't have to make your past good. No, what happens is that you bring your past to transform your present, and you make a wonderful future. Because if you don't change your present, your future will always be just as the same as your past.
Right.
So this moment is what we are living in. So change this moment. And how we can change this moment? Understanding, because our soul never dies. We all know soul is immortal. It's the same life. If you have lived for 10 lifetimes, this is just an example. If you have lived for 10 lifetimes, your soul would have experienced the experiences of all that 10 lifetimes. It has, all these has been as the Akashic Records is like a memory bank. All these experiences which your soul has experienced is stored there. So when you get into the physical body and something, your soul wants to always learn to reach near the Creator. That is the main purpose of any soul on this planet.
Right.
We don't know that, of course, consciously. So what happens in order to do that? We have to learn and balance out the karmas. Okay, so that is why your present is affected by your past karmas. And when you transform that, you transform your present, not only your present, all your future lifetimes.
Exactly.
If I have been carrying, for example, guilt from my past lifetime, guilt that, oh shit, I shouldn't have done this, I went wrong in this, or I have been carrying that guilt and burdening myself from that guilt, believe me, in this life, I will be faced with similar situations which will teach me the lesson of guilt, which will make me feel guilty again and again, unless I break this pattern, unless I try to come out of this.
Exactly.
So just imagine it is when you come out of this pattern, there is no more guilt. And because it is recorded in the Akashic Records that the guilt is removed, and now you are happy with it, you are happy being yourself, this will be carried forward in future because it has been recorded.
So, what are the remedies that you are providing? मतलब उसको सही करने के लिए.
Remedies are it comes always from the records. Okay. I get usually sometimes very strange, new, out of the way remedies also. Okay, for example, I would tell you a case, and this is a common case which I always remember to tell because I have sometimes I do tend to forget because of so many readings taking, but this one remedy, because I discuss in my class also, I remember a lady came to me saying that she didn't have good relationship with her husband, and I had just told her, this is the remedy which is coming from your records. Give your husband red rose every week and see the relationship resolving. Now, this is such a, if anybody hears this would feel, what is this remedy and how will this resolve my relationship and why should I give a rose? But very sweet. I call this remedy as rose remedy, and this has been my, in my lessons also. So, but she didn't, and when I heard this remedy, I literally laughed at it. When I was accessing the records, I told, what remedy are you giving me? Don't give me this remedy. What will my student or client think about this? They told me, don't worry, she won't laugh like you are laughing. Oh. And believe me, when I told my client this, please give red rose, and she told, yes, so true. I got a red rose yesterday, but I couldn't give him. Oh. So it was a validation again to me that something is there which had made her purchase that red rose, but she couldn't give her, might be out of the ego issues or something. And it told me, tell her to give every week. She gave every week, and after around 4, 5, 6, I don't know, months, some months, she gave me a call and she was so happy and she really thanked me for it. So this was a simple remedy. It's like customized remedies which come to you. Okay, these are the simple remedies, of course, but sometimes clearing. We clear also the records. Sometimes very intense and deep traumas or something is there which needs to be, really you need to let go of that. We need to clear those things and give a healing. So that is done by a process again of a clearing process and then followed by healing.
So yes. How did you start your journey as a these therapist?
Oh, I started actually, you mentioned just that 10 years, but I started, I think it was around 30 years back. 30 years back, I started my journey with Reiki first. And believe me, that time also Reiki was still not so popular as it is popular now. But I don't know what made me. My friend just came to me and she told, give me a company. I want to learn Reiki. Are you coming with me? I told, okay. It was without a purpose. You know, sometimes you don't know your purpose is what, but you are led by someone to fulfill your purpose. And for me, that my friend, she was a medium for me to, live my purpose. So I joined the Reiki class, and from there started my journey. Reiki level 1, level 2, I learned slowly. I started healing also. I was very young at that time. I was just in college. And people were very surprised, like at this age, whatever you're doing is something very different, because people didn't know much about healing that time. Right. And that also healing with hands. Oh, can you? It was like question mark. So, but still, I continued to give healings, but not professionally, not at all in a professional way. It was just to family and friends who required, and when they asked me, who trusted me, I gave them the healing. And slowly, but it was after my marriage, I should say, things started shifting. So I had been into fitness industry also for 18 years. I have done aerobics. I teach lovely aerobics now also. People still give me a call, teach us aerobics. But I have completely, like, as I told you, since more than 8 years from now, I just left that. And I'm into this field of spiritual knowledge. And Akashic Records, as I told you, just came 5 years back. And this only has changed more my life than any other modality, I should say. But with respect to all the modalities, Reiki is a blessing for me, because it always gives me an edge to live. And I love to heal. I love to take classes. This is my passion. I really love to take classes. You will notice that, because as you're pouring out the question, there's no ending to my flow also. I keep on saying, so this is my class. This is the way the classes are conducted. It's never planned that this I'm going to take in this way. And this is the PDF file. You just go through this notes and just explain line by line. No, it goes with the flow.
So Arpita, amazing talking to you. Thank you so much for your wonderful insights. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear.
So viewers, to find the solution to your persistent challenges with no side effects, join our directory of wellness therapists today and experience the positive change you have been seeking. Bye. Take care, all of you.
Thank you, Sumiti.